धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मनं सृजाम्यहम् अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मनं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय दुष्कृतां धर्मसंस्थापनार्थाय सम्भवामि युगे युगे.
Hello friends, this is Shankar Narayan signing in on my page after a very long time. Actually, I made this page when I wrote my book Sambhavami Yuge Yuge to try and do a bit of marketing. But after that, I got occupied with a lot of things that I'm doing. Many of my friends will know that I've started my own venture, the projects, the trainings, uh, completely occupied in there. Somewhere I started feeling that I'm losing that connection I had with the spiritual subjects, and I badly wanted to get back to it. I was for a long time wondering what should I do about it? How do I do it? What could I do in the limited time I have? Probably I can spend about a couple of hours during the weekend. How best can I put this time to do a bit of getting back to these subjects? Then I got an idea that I had done a lot of reading and research and a lot of listening to other people's lectures. I listen to lectures in almost every language: Hindi, Kannada, Tamil. I listen to Mahabharata lecture series in all languages. I got the complete episode of B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata and I had completely watched it. I read a lot of Bhagavad Gita versions. So I kind of thought, okay, why don't I at least recollect what I had read or listened and understood at that time? Because if you don't recollect, you tend to forget most of the aspects. And then another thought came in: why do it alone? Why don't I spread it? Why don't I give it to more people who can recollect their memories or their understanding, or probably freshly understand some of the things which they have not heard of about the great epic, and help further spreading it. They can spread it to their friends. You guys can spread it to your friends. You can spread it to pass it on to your next generation. So this thought stuck to me. Why don't I do a podcast of this entire storytelling? In fact, I love talking. I love storytelling. So most of you, my friends, know it. So I thought, why don't I start a weekly small podcast? I will try to be regular. I'll try to put up one small episode every Sunday. That's my intention, with Mahabharata story being told continuously. I will try to keep it as engaging as possible. My humble request to all my friends who are listening to this podcast to please further spread it on to those people whom you think would be interested, so that they can recollect or understand the epic and then further pass it on. This is one small bit I also thought that I can give back to the society, because Mahabharata is one such epic which can equal to all the personality development and management books that you can read of. Think of all those good books that comes to your mind, put it on a table and put Mahabharata on the other side. I'm pretty sure most of the information that you read in all those books would appear somewhere or the other hidden inside this great epic. And that's why it is so very important for us to keep it and pass it on. And of all the epics, Mahabharata still stands close to my heart, because Lord Krishna is there. Lord Krishna is everywhere in Mahabharata, so I even more love it. So I thought this is going to be a very exciting stuff to do a bit of English lectures, English podcast on the Mahabharata epic. So it's going to be a series, as I said, every Sunday. Please do listen. Please do log into this page every Sunday. Please do look in the episodes. If you like it, please pass it on. So without making any further delays, let's get into the first episode of the Mahabharata podcast. Mahabharata is one of the great Indian epics which we all should understand, irrespective of our views about the authenticity of it. If you're one who believe it is real, go on and rejoice the history. Or if you believe that it is a fiction, go on for a fictitious journey and absorb the messages in it. It does not matter really. Before we give actual story of Bharata, there is a small story about how Mahabharata was written. So let's start with this short, interesting story. As we all know, Vyasa is the one who sang Mahabharata in the form of poetry, and Lord Ganesha is the one who wrote it. There's a very interesting trivia about this particular incident. One day, when Lord Vyasa was meditating in the midst of a forest, the idea came to him that the Mahabharata story, which he himself has witnessed, being a part of it, he wanted to write it, document it to be used by the future generation. Then he thought, okay, it's coming out like a huge big song, a complete chain of poetry. How do I write it? It's too difficult to match the speed of my thoughts that's coming out, and it's very difficult to write. We all know how quickly the brain works. When it can do wonders at the same time. It can sit down in a class, you can keep thinking of a cinema, you can sit in the cinema hall and think of something else. We all know how funny the brain is. It can do wonders. How do you match up a speed and write it in the same speed as how the thoughts are flowing? So Vyasa had this problem. So one of the guru makes a small joke on it. Vyasa actually wanted a personal secretary. He did not have a personal secretary. That's the problem. And in current generation, for many people, personal secretary is the problem. So Vyasa wanted someone to write it, and when he was thinking about it, Lord Narada appeared. Lord Narada suggested to Lord Vyasa, that he take the help of Lord Ganapati, who is a very fast writer, to do it. And Narada Muni thought that Ganesha would be the right person to do the job for Lord Vyasa. And Lord Vyasa immediately, it's believed that they could talk in over the air, the way we do it with Wi-Fi or mobile phones that existed between brain to brain. It was a brain to brain communication. It is believed that they could do with huge spiritual powers. So Vyasa communicated. Let's probably understand that there was a wireless. Lord Vyasa communicated with Lord Ganapati, and Lord Ganapati just came in immediately. Just came like a dude. He was, Lord Vyasa is calling me, so let's go and check what he wants. And Vyasa said, "This is my idea. I have witnessed Mahabharata, and it's going to be one of the most interesting and most useful documentation for generations to come. And I want you to help writing it." Then an interesting battle or duel of words happened between Lord Ganesha and Lord Vyasa. Lord Ganesha immediately said, "Okay, so you think you are unable to write or match the speed of your brain, and that's why you want someone to write. Now, I challenge you, you have to sing Mahabharata without stopping and match the speed of my writing." So, the condition from Lord Ganesha was that if you stop your recitation, I'm going to stop writing. You have to match my speed of writing. You have to recite the poem without stopping. And immediately Vyasa came back with a counter, and he put a challenge saying, "Okay, I agree to your challenge, but you have to understand each and every word before you pen it down. Now, this is a very interesting thing that we have to understand here. If we dwell onto a problem, the solution will be almost impossible. If we do not accept the problem, that okay, a problem exists, and then hope or believe that a solution exists, any situation will have a solution. Simply the challenge that Lord Ganesha put, it could kind of had put Lord Vyasa onto the back foot, but it was a time probably where everyone thought about the problem in front of them and thought of a solution. So Lord Vyasa, instead of taking a back foot, he came up with a counter, a very wise, witty counter, saying you have to understand each and everything I say and then write it. Because Lord Vyasa knew very well that if somebody has to understand Mahabharata and then put it down, it would fetch him enough time to continuously recite the poem. So it was a very interesting thing that happened. Okay, now the agreement was done, the deal was made that Lord Vyasa will sing Mahabharata without stopping, and Lord Ganesha will write Mahabharata without stopping. Now, the deal is made, but the Lord Ganesha, as I said, as a dude, he just came like a guy who goes into the college classroom without a book or a pen. Now, what do we do? Lord Vyasa is in the midst of the forest. Of course, you get the leaves to carve the letters on it, but how will Lord Ganesha write? He doesn't have anything to write. So Lord Ganesha broke one of the two tusks he had. If you see the picture of Lord Ganesha even today, one tusk will be full and the other tusk will be broken. This is where the tusk was broken. So it's believed that Lord Ganesha broke one of the tusks to start writing Mahabharata. An important message here that we all should understand what it is. It's good to have aesthetic sense, it's good to give importance to beauty and glamour, but when a bigger opportunity strikes, when there is a bigger opportunity, when there is a gate open for you to achieve or do something bigger, better, more useful, you gotta put the aesthetic sense and the glamour portion in the back seat. The most important question here is how useful can we become to the society or to others? Lord Ganesha broke his task and he wanted to do something that is more useful for generations and generations to follow. So let's come to the current situation. Who are those people who are most useful to the society? We all give a lot of importance to glamour. But if you think back, who are those people who are most useful to the society? It's our Jawans and it's our farmers. One gives life to us by generating food for us, and other safeguards us. Have you ever wondered what would happen if these people give more importance to the glamour, or be more aesthetic in thinking? What if the farmer says, "No, I won't work in the field in the hot sun or in any drastic climatic conditions. I'll get tanned if I'm, working on the field in hot sun." Or what if Jawan says, "I don't go and work there out in the border. It's a very harsh condition. I'll lose my glamour." Friends, furthermore, have you ever wondered? We all know the news of a lot of our Jawans being killed, but there are even more number of Jawans who get injured, who get handicapped when they are trying to safeguard us. Definitely they would lose their glamour, become handicapped. Have you ever wondered what if these people had put glamour in the driving seat and said, "No, I don't want to guard there because I'll lose my glamour." So here you see that all these people have been more useful to the society, to the country, by giving up their glamour. So that's the most important message I want to put here. Be useful to the society, be it even if it is that it's going to take away a bit of glamour, bit of aesthetic quotient from your life. Concentrate on taking that opportunity to be useful to the society or to others. So with this short message of Lord Ganesha and
small trivia about how the Mahabharata started. I leave you all guys at the end of episode 1 of the podcast. Thanks for listening. Share it maximum. Next week, I'll meet you with the story of Mahabharata itself, how the Chandravansha started, and the whole clan, and who all we see. There are a lot of interesting characters that we got to discuss about. So please checking this web page for more episodes on weekend. This is Shankar Narayan signing off from episode 1 of the Mahabharata podcast. Thank you.